everybody. This is Christine Bertram, and I'm coming to you live from the Hive. Do you guys want to hear something really funny? At 6:05, I thought I hit the go live button, and at 6:11, I kept thinking, well, why is it not playing? I'm not seeing it's not popping up. It's not popping up. It's not popping up. And all of a sudden, I realized that I never hit the go live button. So I talked to myself for 6 minutes or something like that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That is funny stuff. Funny stuff. There it is. Yep, I'm live now. I kept waiting for it to come up. I kept waiting and waiting and waiting. And all of a sudden, I'm like, there's got to be something wrong. The clock isn't ticking up here. And then I realized that you guys are all rolling in and saying hi and saying hi. And I said hi to everybody. I started talking about stuff. Went on and on and on. I even restarted my phone in the interim. Everybody, oh my goodness. But here we are. Yay, we're here. And Kathy Boggs is like, are we at the right time? I'm like, gosh, you guys, it was like 6:02 when I went live. Oh my goodness, that's how that goes. That is exactly how that goes. And that's just how it goes. I already said hi to everybody, but nobody heard it except for me and the cats. Hi, Mary Lemke. Hi, Sherry Martin. Hi, Randy and Karen and Diana. And there's Judy Sharp. Hi, Laura Sullivan. Hi, Deanne Dawn. Hi, Patricia Settle. And there's Deb Norman. I feel like this is deja vu. Hi, Connie and Lynn and Trish. There's Jeannie Parker. Jeannie, yay. Hi, Linda Hunt. Hi, Sherry Everett and Sarah Mitchell. Hi, Kathy Boggs. Oh, there's Feline and Nedra. Yay. Angelique. Hi, Penny Powell, my sunshine friend. All right. Marsha Long is here too. Hi, Cheryl. I love it. Hi, Cindy Nicolosi. Oh, man, you guys. I literally talked to myself for 6 minutes. I kept thinking to myself, why, oh, why, oh, why can I not see this go live? Hi, Jenna Helms. Oh, that is so funny. That is just how it goes, you guys, especially when you're trying. I had a chance to rehearse. And then I thought to myself, well, maybe I should have said more. Should I have said less? And then all of a sudden I'm like, no, well, now I get to do it all over. So anyways, this is so funny. I'm not going to keep saying I said this. So what we went over by myself on Monday, I did the showcase. So in case you guys missed it, please go back and watch what's coming up for May showcase. That was aired on Monday at 2 p.m. About 2 hours. If you caught part of it then, you can always go back and watch the rest. Since Monday, my email has been overfloweth of requests for classes for people to sign them up. Also texting, hi Holly, hi Jamie, texting. I bet you believed every word too. I sure did, Jeannie Parker. Oh, I love it. Thanks for the thumbs up, Feline. I appreciate it. So yes, I am trying to log in. Somebody, oh man, match the number, tap the number shown on the other device. Jenna Helms, are you trying to log in to my Google account to help me with the stuff? If so, it's asking for a number and I need to know what number it is. Can you tell me what number? Is it you? I'm hoping it's you. You gotta tell me what number it is. So, oh man, I gotta watch the comment. So Jenna, Jenna's trying to help me with something with YouTube, and it's asking me for a number because she was trying to log in on my behalf. So Jenna, I think you're watching. Tell me if you see a number that's up on your phone. I need to tell you what number it matches. Need to tap on the number. Anyways, you guys, sorry, doing a little bit of business here, trying to make all the magic happen before I leave on Friday morning. So I did a little video on this afternoon at like about 2 o'clock. I thought I was going to do a swap card showcase, and this is what I talked about. I remember now. I did an analogy to being in school. And when you were in school, you had homework to do and the weekend came up and you felt like, I want to do this fun thing instead. And the fun thing to me is let's do a swap card showcase, showcasing and showing off everybody's beautiful cards that they've been creating, that I've been swapping with. And it's me, 18. Okay. Perfect. You're in. All right. I just hit the button. You should be good to go. And I thought, no, I need to do my homework. And my homework is taking the time to reply and communicate with everybody that signed up for classes and not leave anything lingering or hanging before I go on the fun. And that is exactly the story that I told everybody, but it was just me that heard it and the cats. So that's it. I just wanted to let everybody know that's what I'm going to be working on over the next 24 hours is getting caught up on all that. In addition, the one thing I'm working on doing is publishing all the May classes, creating the Facebook events so you guys can see them on Facebook, also creating the emails so that they can schedule to go. So you guys are going to be receiving lots of emails from me throughout the time that I'm away. Primarily every day I'm going to schedule the upcoming classes. So one day I'll email about the monthly class. The next day will be Let's Just Stamp. And the next day will be this. So in case anybody doesn't watch Squirrel, right, Penny Powell? In case somebody doesn't watch the showcase video, they can still see what's going on by seeing the emails or the Facebook events. I try to make sure I have lots of ways to get in touch with everybody. Hi, Beverly. All right. So that's what I'm working on over the next 24 hours. The showcase talked about the In Color Club, the DSP samplers, the product shares, all the May classes. I did a part 2 because I accidentally ended it before I realized I talked about Jenna's and Gina's different things that they are offering. So that was what part 2 is all about. Okay, so all of that in a nutshell. The other video is out there. Do you know if the new catalogs have shipped out? Cheryl, you know, that is a good point. You are expecting a catalog from me, I believe. I have, that's correct, Cheryl, right? I did ship about, I'm thinking in my head, I shipped about 15 of them yesterday, and I have about 5 more here that we ran out of time yesterday. I can make sure that we get yours shipped out tomorrow. And then while I'm doing that, Marsha Long, if you're watching, one of these paper pumpkins, hi Mitzi Stanley, one of these paper pumpkins is yours, Marsha Long. I can get that shipped out to you as well if you don't want anything else. A lot of people are opting for once a month. Oh, you can see the sun's coming down. A lot of people, I gotta shut this, otherwise it's gonna be super, super bright. A lot of people are opting for shipments once a month, which helps save people shipping costs and it helps save us time. Instead of doing instead of doing 2 packages or 3 packages every month, we're holding things until the last kit is kitted up, or like I should say the last class is kitted up. And Marsha and anybody else that I think there's a few people working for paper pumpkins, I can hang on to it or I can ship it as it is just in the box. And I think Marsha Long, you wanted to opt to just get it shipped out to you. So I'll make sure that if I have that catalog for Cheryl, I'm going to check Cheryl in a moment. I'll check when I get done with class. I'll make sure that yours is in the pile there ready to get shipped out. And then I can always get Marsha's paper pumpkin out in the mail too. Wonderful. Well, this is the ink, paper, scissors class. I'm going to flip down just to show you what we're going to be making here momentarily. We've got a fun fold with a little 3D balloon on it. You guys might recognize this one. It was actually from the Winter Creative Escape. And then this one, cool die cuts out of there. Oh, I think Diane left her card here. This would be my guess that I'm guessing, yep, this one must be Diane's. And then here is one doing a fold this way, and then it's awesome that it goes that way. I'll do that with you guys momentarily. I did want to do a little shout out to Mary Lemke. She mailed me a gift. I love it. I think just saw the email about tonight instead of Thursday, printing the PDF, moving to the paper. Perfect, Faye. That'd be awesome. So happy to hear that you're going to be crafting with us tonight. I wasn't sure if you were sending it or if they're sent. When it comes to catalogs, for me personally, 2 different routes, right? You have a tree and they stems 2 different ways. Any demonstrators or discount shoppers, hobbyists, they receive catalogs directly from Stampin' Up! And demonstrators have the opportunity to do what they call bulk mailing with their customers. I haven't done the bulk mailing to my customers for about 3 or 4 years. I stopped doing it because I got too many emails or calls from people who didn't get their catalog. And then I'd have to call Stampin' Up! And ask them to resend it. And the bulk mailing is not set in stone that it's random when you're going to get it mailed. So demonstrators who are getting their bulk mailing catalogs are set to get them up through the 26th, and some people received them as of 3 weeks ago, and you just never know when you're going to get it. And I don't like my customers to have to sit there and wait, and be uncertain of when they're going to get them. I ordered all my catalogs. I got them in last week. We got them all stamped, and I've been doing shipping of them as we go. So yeah, so I do mail them out. I have the opportunity then to put my class schedule in there and a wish list. So Cheryl, that's what will be added to that package. Wonderful. Good questions, though. Good questions. So Mary Lemke sent this to me. Beautiful card. You guys might recognize this. This was the Share, Create, Inspire card that we did a couple weeks ago. After Easter Love, she sent the gummies for Tyler because I think you said he liked them. That is true, Mary Lemke. Tyler loves his gummies. And I think I gave them to him already. And then Mary also sent me this awesome bee magnet. And then some Easter Love. Hi, Hilden L. Look at these cute, adorable little Belgian truffles. They are bee inspired, and ladybugs are cute on here, and the cow was so cool. I'm gonna definitely share these with my mom and dad, and my brother Tom will be in town in a couple weeks. So I gotta keep my helpers happy too, so I'll share those with my helpers as well. Very good. All right, so let's look here. I'm going to do roll call with you guys. So just give me a second, I'm gonna grab my book real quick. I'm representing the burgers and the beignets today too. This is where I do my beginners class at. And it was a cooler day today. It was windy but sunny, and it was just like, it was more chilling than it usually is, it seems. I will do roll call. I realized yesterday that I did not ever send an email about this class. Hi, Carmen Sanders. And I wonder if that's why we had a lower response rate, which is okay. I had created the Facebook event. I had talked about this class, but I don't think I ever created the email because I went to send the email out to all the people who took this class with the PDF, and there was no email to piggyback off of, and that's how that works. Hi, Donna Grushki. All right, so without further ado, we're going to do roll call. On the list, I wanted to thank all these people for signing up to take this class to get kits from me. I truly greatly appreciate your support. Without you, I wouldn't be so busy. And I love to be busy. Suzanne Neild, Sharon Davis, Pat Fleming, Karen Mikowski, Mary Jo Stoll, Julie Bierschbach, Brenda Cottrell, Nan Ryan, Annette Rollin, Pat Settle, Jennifer Jones, Francis Rodriguez, Trish Fagley, Kathy Dolly Nagari, Linda Scott, Angelique McClendon, Jerry Stewart, Karen Woods, Faye Godby, Pat Lee, Sherry Martin, Nina Barbaric, Mary Carls, Sue Spigner, Linda Hunt, Nedra Dover, Shirley Malarkey, Sherry Everett, Sandy Wicklander, Donna Grushki, Jeannie Parker, Jenna Helms, Leslie McMinn, Lori Kaiser, Feline Mays, Connie Moore, Kathleen Ketterman, Sandy Coy Emery, Christina Bernards, Barbara Godby, Vicki Rodriguez, Lisa LaFramboise, Angela Knutson, Barbara Rudolph, Laura Sullivan, Lynn Beasley, Linda Rios, Pat Thomas, Debbie Gass, Deanna Stell, Mary Sykes, Mary Lemke, Carmen Melendez, Diana Woodland, Karen Scalern, Rose Garibaldi, Latokia Trigg, Helen Chase, Susan Bellamy, Rhoda Fitzsimmons, Tammy Steckling, Beverly Smith, Kate Race, and Margene Eskelson. Margene, I think that is the first time I've ever said your name for a class. And so I'm very excited to have you here with us tonight for the ink, paper, scissors. On top of it, so we have 65 people signed up. I do have one kit unaccounted for, but I am not going to say that it's available at the moment. And that is because I need to get through some emails to make sure somebody didn't sign up for it and pay for it online already. So that's what I'm going to make sure of first. I'm super excited that Diane Bogenhagen did this class in person last night, and she had 10 people here for it. So very good. This class, we made 76 kits for this class, and I would say that they're almost all accounted for. If for any reason there are any left over, let's say I get through all my emails by tomorrow and there's one left over, I will be adding it to the resources page of my website, which lists the past classes at the bottom of it. And if you're wondering how that works, in case you're not sure, there is a website, cardsbychrisb.com. Oh man, Jenna, it says it's expired. I hope you got it. The Cards by Christine website, cardsbychrisb.com, if you go to the resources section, There's a lot of PDFs there, including my schedule. Underneath that section, there's a past classes available. And at the moment, there are 3 that are ink, paper, scissors, and the last game night, I have some of those available. But this is where it would list my past classes, and if you click on it, is where it takes you in to actually see the details for it. The other thing that you guys can look for on my website is the area with my host code. That's always up to date. So if you're watching an older video, this code might not be current, so you always want to find it here. By using my code, it gets you free classes if they're over $50 orders. And then underneath here is where you can sign up for my emails. And every time I show this, it's amazing how I get 5 to 10 people that sign up to get my emails. And by signing up for my emails, you just have to confirm it in your email inbox. And then I add a tag to you, and then you start seeing emails from me about upcoming classes. I do want to share with you, I just found this out yesterday, and I have all the information. If you're not a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, discount shopper, or hobbyist, and you were always on the fence or thinking about it, there's a great sign-up special. And if you go to the spot on my website where it says join my team, thanks for liking and sharing, Diana, I appreciate it. Thanks for the thumbs up, Donna. They have a discount shopper kit promotion that is starting May 1st. And I just about an hour and a half ago, I found out about it. So I added it to this page on the Join My Team page. If you want to read the details, if you have a friend that was thinking of starting, or if you're wanting to, they have a special where you get 4 of the in color items as part of an extra perk for joining. So you get your $125 for $99, but then you also get the ink pads. You get one of the ink colors of cardstock. You get the designer series paper and the Stampin' Write markers. 4 items, and the ink pad bundle's like $40. The papers, let's say 10, and then $12.50 and $17. So what is that? $40, $50, $60, $70, about $80 extra of in color products that are yours for signing up as a demonstrator, discount shopper, or hobbyist. And that is May 1st through the 31st. A good time. It is, Lisa said it's a good promotion. It sure is. Whenever they do an in-color promotion like that for the starter kit, is amazing. People talk about the one that they had in July back in 2018, because you got to pick, well, and that was an ink pad. You got to pick the ink pad family of your choice. And that was another good sign up. But this one's really good. It's about $80 extra if I did the math right in my head. Very, very good. So if anybody is looking for a home and they would like an awesome team to join, I have the Be Happy Stampers is the team that I oversee. And we like to have a lot of fun, and we have a great community, a lot of camaraderie, bonding, and it's amazing. So always good. And I just wanted to put that out there. I wanted to also then, let's flip down here and show you what I've got in my book here. The lighter than air, hot air balloons. This is the designer series paper we're gonna be working with tonight. This is the DSP sampler book that I make. I like to put that out there when we work with a suite so that you guys can see what this book is all about. It's a great showcasing of the different designer series paper matched with the different in color swatch, or the cardstock swatches, so that you know what coordinates with them. It's a handy little reference tool that somebody can use when you teach classes, or when you have friends over, or if you're designing and you just like things to coordinate. That DSP sampler is a good tool. I make them, and I usually make 72 every new catalog. And if anybody would still like to get on the list for that, they got to let me know soon, because we're starting to almost be out of them. That's how that goes. The ink, paper, scissors class is what we're going to do tonight. For those that signed up and got this class from me, you will have received, or will be receiving, 4 card kits, and the slip on the top has the name of the class. It's ink, paper, scissors, lighter than air, and today's date. This is your ticket to finding the YouTube video via my website. Hi, Sandy Wicklander. You can find this with this date. It helps you to go to my calendar, and once the class is over, I go back into, let's say this one, I go back into the actual event, and I always put, you can catch the replay for this class by clicking here, and it takes you right into the YouTube video so you can watch it. So as long as you have that date, that will definitely help. And then the other thing is the PDF tutorial. If you are looking through your inbox and you don't know what to look for, you can look for the name of the class in your inbox. So that's always little helpful information tips that you guys can find that. The pack of paper that you get for this They're actually 2 of each pattern because of the way they set up the 6x6 paper pack. It wasn't like a traditional 6x6 paper pack where there's 12 different pieces of paper. They actually set it up that we got double, so you have 2 of each of the 6x6 for this one. So we'll be working with this momentarily. We're gonna cut all of our designer paper first. Are you doing the In Color Club? I sure am, Marsha Long. Marsha and anybody else, I'm looking for about 6 more people to join the In Color Club. If you go to my cardsbycrispy.com, go to May 1st. May 1st is now your ticket to find out all the stuff for the upcoming catalog. This is sometimes hard for people. I operate a lot out of my events calendar. If you go to my website, cardsbycrispy.com, you will find the 95%, 100% of what I do is based off of an event that I've created. So as long as you know the day that you could click on it, that is important. Thanks, Cynthia. I try to be organized. So May 1st is where you're going to find, so Marsha and anybody else who's looking, hi Kathleen Ketterman, if anybody else is looking for the DSP sampler here, the In Color Clubs, I have to turn my phone like this and then I see the rest of them. If you're looking for the DSP sampler information, the In Color Club information, and then there's the annual catalog product share. May 1st is the day the catalog launches. So just know that whenever a catalog launches, that first day is when I always have the sampler, the product shares, and because we have a new color, the In Colors coming in, that's why I put the In Colors there. So you can go there, Marsha, and look for all the information. And then on top of it, there's some cards that I'm going to be giving out, 15 card kits for those that do the club with me. And if you refer back to the video I did on Monday, I go through everything with the product share. So very good. Carmen Sanders would take the last kit if I have it available. I will mark that down, Carmen. So you are the first one and only one that will go on the wait list, April. Just in case I don't have anybody that emailed me prior to today or like prior to this class, then that would go for you. So very good. Awesome. So then that class would be gone. This one came with these rainbow dots. I believe these are carrying over. It also came with the Baker's Twine, the Calypso Coral, Lemon Lolly, and Balmy Blue. Very, very cool. So whenever I do an ink, paper, scissors, you get product with it. So ink, paper, scissors is never a class that you can get free with an order. It's always fee-based. You're very welcome, Marsha. And, so with the In Color Club, though, Marsha, just if you go out there and look at it, let me know if anybody wants to get in on the In Color Club. The main question that I'm asking people, because it's about half and half right now, out of the 9 people I have signed up, about half of them want everything in the beginning. Just they want it all, and they want to be part of the club because of the extra 15 cards, and it's just working out that I can do that, and they want to save some shipping too, for especially those people that aren't local here. So if anybody wants the In Color Club and you're thinking, well, I'd like it, but I really want more than just one color right away, I can make that work, okay? So just reach out to me. And Jeannie Parker wants a DSP sampler. Jeannie Parker, send me a quick note as well. And anybody, I think that I saw also Cheryl wants a DSP sampler. Guys, make sure to send me emails so I can catch it when I'm in my book later tonight and in my emails later tonight, that I can get you logged for it. I'm excited. This one is a lot easier for cutting cards, cutting the DSP, designer series paper. The cards, when we design them, we design these pretty, these cards were designed back in December. Is that not crazy how long ago we designed these? They feel like a long time ago. Hi, Karen Wetstein. The adhesive dots are carrying over. Oh, good. Thank you for confirming that. Perfect, perfect. And Carmen Sanders said that Jenna Helms, that she emailed you. Just passing the message along. These 2 cuts are really easy. We're going to get out the paper trimmer, and we're going to work on those 2 first and get those kind of under our belt so that we don't have to think about them. They are both the same size. They're 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. For everybody that took this class with me, I did email out the PDF tutorial last night. It was probably around 6 o'clock. So if you are taking this class and you don't see that you got the PDF tutorial, make sure you check your spam folder. That would be good to check that before reaching out to me and letting me know that you didn't get it, because then you might have gotten it in your spam. I'm going to put this over here so you can see where this heart lines up. I love purple, if anybody doesn't know that. Purple is probably my favorite color. Sherry Everett, also the DSP sampler. Perfect. I appreciate that. This purple heart, I wanted to make sure that you could see it front and center right there. So when you hold this piece up here, we know it needs to get cut here, and it gets cut here. I think what I'm going to do is cut it on my 3 7/8 side first. And let me just, I know I have it written down on the recipe card, but I always like to double check. I seem to always want to double check. So we're going to do 3 7/8 first, and we're going to cut it off the bottom. Then this could always get used if you want the envelope flap to match. You could put it right here, and then you could just trim off any little bit of white that's hanging there. But super cool to add that to the envelope flap. All right, then we're gonna flip it back this way. I'll take this out so that it's not so shiny. We're gonna flip it back this way, and the magic number is 5 1/8. And we're gonna flip it over to right here, and making sure I leave my purple. Now, if you prefer orange or something else, you can adjust what section you cut off of this paper. But that is it for this card right here. That's the only cuts we have to worry about. And I know cutting isn't always everybody's cup of tea. I get that. So I appreciate you guys. There's a lot of people that do like ink, paper, scissors because they get to pick out and change up the designer paper if they want to. But cutting the paper can be a little bit of a challenge for people sometimes. We're going to grab out the cloud paper from this one and use this one next. Now, it doesn't matter what section you cut. I do want to cut it at 3 7/8 first. Ooh, that could go on the inside of my card if I wanted it to. I forgot all about that. So we'll set that there. So 3 7/8 is my magic number for cutting this. And I want to make sure my clouds are going horizontal. So it's a vertical card. We're going to cut it at 3 7/8, which is right before, so I've got my 4 here, and then I've got 2 little tick marks, which are 16ths. So 3 7/8, and I'm going to cut down. And now I wouldn't use the clouds on my envelope because it's going this way, but it's very possible you could put the polka dots as your envelope piece if you wanted to. And then we're going to flip this back again and go to 5 1/8, and it doesn't matter top or bottom. But I do like the idea that we could potentially put this on the inside of the card. And I believe, oh, we did that side. Okay. So in this case, when I cut the paper, I cut it a little different. And I used the different inside. But we could always put this one along the bottom. The insides are whatever you want them to be. Now, we're not done with this one, though. There is another piece that goes on the inside. This is your open card. And it has these star fun things like popping out at you. These guys right here, the opposite of the purple. And this designer paper is going to be a little bit smaller, and that is because it's matted onto a 5 1/4 by 4. And I'm just looking to see here what we listed it as. I did so. Oh, and that's what we did on the inside. Look at that. That is the piece that got used on the inside. And I'm just going to measure this really quick. I have an idea in my head of what it is. Hi, Connie Moore. No, you didn't miss much. We just started cutting paper. And it is actually, it is 3 and, you could do 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. That will work. Just to keep it simple. Sometimes simple is good. We're going to do the 3 7/8. What I'm thinking in my head is that it's 5 1/4 by this mat right here. Even though it's not a mat, it's actually a card inside of a card. This measures to be 5 1/4 by 4. This is where, depending on what you are liking, if you want less of a margin, more of a margin, I would personally do 3 13/16 by 5 1/16, but to make it a little easy on ourselves, we could do, and to give ourselves a little bit more room over here, because this could be used for the envelope flap as well, because this will actually match. You could do 3 3/4 by 5. So I'm going to do 3 3/4, save this for my envelope flap, because it actually will match the card better than this one. So I'm going to put that back on my scrap pile, and then by 5. And now this could become my inside piece. And then this is what will fit right here on that. So I kept it simple at 3 3/4 by 5 for this. And then using this piece for my envelope flap, this piece for my inside. And then there's one more piece of designer paper. And it is the one that has the balloons in it, but it's on this side. We thought this was a great, well, must be on this side. Oh, it's this. Ha ha ha. Duh. It's this one. This piece right here, what we did, I don't have a Vanna white here, so we'll have to cut it as a group. These three plus these two are what we used here. And I will just move this over to the other side so that I have it when it comes to actually working on this card. I'm making piles over here. Oh, wow, I got through my whole pile and I thought to myself I was missing a piece, and I'm not. This one uses the yellow stripe here, so grab that one out. And then grab out the bubble bath stripey, or they're like angles or arrows. The yellow is simple. It's really easy. It's a 3x4, high Pat Fleming. So you have to decide first, do you want to cut 3 at 3 inches and then 4? Or do you want to cut at 4 and then 3? I think I'm going to cut mine at 3 inches first. And then could be used for my envelope. And actually, this is the piece. Oh man, I should have, okay, hang on. I just realized that this is front and back. Let's be strategic before you guys actually go to cut. Hang tight one moment. Let's see if we can do this. I don't know if it will work though. These won't work. And so I was trying to figure out, can this piece be used as the background piece? And it's like they're going the opposite directions. So I think we have to use both pieces. I don't think there's enough. So we did our 3, and then this is at 4. This is extra. So this yellow stripey is the top. And then the back side of this designer paper is the bubble bath, what we're using there. And there are 2 pieces that are 4 by 2.5. I'm pretty positive that is right. Yes, 2.5. So I'm going to cut at 4 inches wide, like this, which leaves this side for potentially the envelope. Also, that got left for the envelope. But now we need 2.5. And I like to do 2.5 and 2.5 is 5. So I put my paper over the 5, cut off this, which I don't need at the moment, and then I bring it back to the 2.5. I like to work my paper down the trimmer versus putting it at 2.5 and 2.5. I've always done it like that. So now I have my 2 pieces here, and I have my 3x4 that goes on the top. And I can pick a piece. I wonder here in our inside, we have this yellow. This right here could be used on the inside. Perfect. And then for our envelope flap, we could use this piece, leaving these as scraps on the scrap pile. All right, so there's that. And then the last card is a fun one. Not a fun like shaker card, but it's fun. It's really cute. This one was. This uses 2 different designer papers, and they are my favorite, absolute favorite in this entire pack, which is that piece right here. I don't know. There's something about this that I love the diagonal stripes. I love the rainbow look. It's my favorite. Love it. Then the other one that's going to be used will be this diamond. There's the diamond pattern. And the top and the bottom, this is a 1 inch by 3 13/16. But if you don't like 16ths, either go up or down. Go to 3/4, or you could go up to the 7/8 mark, whatever you want. But it's only an inch high. It is not the entire piece. It's only, so I think I'm going to cut off 2 inches just so I can leave the whole chunk as a scrap. This is a chunk of scrap. Then I'm going to go and put mine, personally, I'm going to do 3 13/16, which is 3 of the little marks behind the 4. This is a scrap. And then I'm going to cut this at 1 inch. And that will give me my 2 1-inch pieces. 1 inch and 1 inch. Okay. This piece now only needs to be as big as the opening for the hot air balloon, which really isn't even that big. It would be, just to be safe, you could do 2.5 and you could do by 3. I'm sure that my measurement has it bigger. I'm sure that my measurement has it a little bit bigger, like 3.5 by 3.5. But if you want to be very strategic with your paper, oh, Karen said that the card with the diamond and stripes is her favorite one. Yay! I bet you, Karen was here last night for class. I bet you guys had a great class with Diane last night. What is the last day I can't sign up? Oh, Donna, no. The last day to sign up is May 31st. Now, I can never promise when there are going to be sign-up specials. Because I don't know. I personally found out about this one today, and it's for next week, Wednesday. So we found out about a week in advance, which is great. Sometimes we don't find out until 3 days in advance. But they do offer sign-up promotions throughout the year, usually during sale-a-bration, January and February. May is one that I'm trying to recall from years past. So I know there's a couple people that are looking to sign up in a couple months, which is awesome. May is one that they have generally had sign-up specials. And in the past, they've also had sign-up specials in July. When they had sale-a-bration in the fall, they always had one when they did sale-a-bration, they had one, they always have one during sale-a-bration. And when the fall was, they had a sign-up special in August and September. And then the other year was September and October, maybe. So not to say that there isn't going to be a sign-up special for you, Donna, in July, which I can't guarantee if there is or there isn't. But if you think that you have May sign-up special, then June doesn't, maybe we'll hear that there might be one in August. So they usually do about 4 times a year. There are different sign-up specials. So we might hear something by the end of July. Not sure, but good point though. I know we'll miss this one, but there might be another one. I'm going to cut my paper at 2.5 just because I don't need a lot extra. I just need to cover up the opening. So 2.5, and we really could do a 2.5 square because the balloon does come down to here, but the banner is going to cover up that part. And so, or I could keep it at 3 by 3. 3 by 3 seems like the most logical, easy number system in my head right now for everybody. So if we do 3 by 3, that means we can cut this in half, and it leaves the other half to keep working with something else. And then we cut it in half again, because half of 6 is 3 and half of 6 is 3. So here's our 3 by 3 that will fit really nicely behind here. Then we have our 2 strips for here and here. And I think what we'll do is we'll utilize this for the envelope flap. And then just for good measure, what does my inside look like? Oh, we have stripes there. Oh man, hang on. Let me just measure something really quick. My envelope flap, I can spare 1 inch. I think I can spare 1 inch. I can spare at least 3/4 of an inch. Let's do that. This was what I was going to use for my envelope flap, but I also want to use it for my inside. So I think I'm safe with this for my envelope flap, and this could be for my inside. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now, are you guys ready to get happy stamping? Be happy stamping? I think we have all of our designer paper cut. Oh, Beverly Carlin would like the DSP sampler. Perfect. So Beverly, I'm going to just jot you down here with Cheryl and Beverly. Okay. I'm going to check Cheryl's calendar. I'm just making a note too. Jeannie Parker, I'm just going to make a note. Always send me an email so that I can respond to it. Two-way form of communication is what I always love the best. I do read it, but just in case anybody sees this later, it's always good to email. Hi, Debbie Gass, better late than never. I'm going to set this pile off to the side because we don't need it at the moment. We're going to start with this one. The stamp set that we're using for tonight is called Hot Air Balloon. There are dies that come with it. We grabbed a sentiment from Beach Day. We grabbed a sentiment from Stippled Roses. And we grabbed a full background that is from Wild Ferns. So generally, we stuck with the hot air balloon, but we did pull in a few other stamps just for random things, just to add to it. And now what I'm going to do is open up my kit. Oh, look at that. The yellow one on the bottom for me is the kit we're going to start with. And what you can do is pull out all your bits and parts. I would like to always remind people to check their envelopes to make sure there's nothing in there. Sometimes stuff gets left in there. The other thing too is your gems and your ribbon are not going to be in your kit like they generally are with other kits for me. They are part of your goodie bag. So you can take your bone folder and burnish your card so you have that nice crisp edge here. And then look at what you have in your kit. My die cutters and helpers did an amazing job. Tammy and her mom and Anna did a lot of die cutting. Karen didn't. You guys are all cutting. Usually Karen does my designer paper cutting, but you guys got to do it all yourself. So you guys are all my helpers because you did all the cutting of your paper yourself. Rhonda Ayers did the embossing. So that should be pretty close to the area. It is hard to line up the balloons sometimes. So you might have a little bit higher, a little bit lower, but we definitely tried to make sure that they were lined up straight. And that's already embossed for you with the painted texture embossing folder. Judy said the DSP sampler is the best tool to have on hand when designing cards. You know, that I would second that, Judy, definitely. In your kit then is going to be one of these detail-y dies for the balloons. You are probably going to have to do a little bit of the pokey and turn yourself around when you get to yours so that you can get all those extra little bits and parts out of it. So that's part of the detail. You also have a little basket in here waiting for you. And I promise you, this is not garbage. This is called, hi Terry Costin, this is called paper conservationists at our finest. We took, you need 3 balloons for one of the next cards. And we took and cut them out of this mat that gets covered up. We cut out the detail from here. And then this mat, that balloon got, all 3 of these balloons go on the other card with the lemon lolly. And we got the idea for this because of, we designed this card first. Then we said, oh, we can grab the other 2 balloons from this mat and kind of geared the other cards the way that we did with it. So those are needed. You also have a little sentiment die cut as well. And then these 2 pieces are for your inside. It's the regular traditional fresh freesia mat with a basic white for the inside. So what could we do? This one, if we go back to our sentiments, there is a hang in there. Perfect. It fits in that banner really nice, but so does Wish Big. And to me, it was really hard when we put hang in there. We try to utilize almost all the stamps for the set. You could put just a note to lift you up. I think we'll do that. What do the other cards look like? I think we use the other ones as a best birthday wishes, Wish Big, and the last one is probably a birthday as well. We'll continue. We'll do hang in there. I was thinking for myself for a moment, oh, let's do this one as a birthday, but I think that it would be nice to show you guys that stamped as well. So let's grab this block and this block because I didn't pull those out yet. Yes, a great big thank you to the helpers. They are amazing. They were powering through so much yesterday already to help us get the May stuff ready. We have May Let's Just Stamp and monthly class already kitted on the back counter, ready to go for when we're ready to do our shipping. And all of the designing is done for May. And so they're already starting to work on die cutting for everything for May and the Stampin' Fun in the Sun. I have to tell you guys, I just went through the spreadsheet for you to, when you register for the Stampin' Fun in the Sun, there's a Google form for everybody to register. So if you haven't registered and you're planning to attend, you should go out and find the form on the calendar invite or the calendar is June 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, or 9th. 98 people are already signed up for the Stampin' Fun in the Sun. That's phenomenal. 98, we're planning for 144, so there are 46 spots left, and it's only April 24th, and the event is about a month and a half away. Wow, you guys are amazing. That's so awesome. Bridget, you already got the DSP sampler. Bridget, you paid for it on Saturday. You sent money via my website through Squarespace. So you're set. I will be mailing it out to you in the middle of May. So you should be set. I already know that. I remember that. So we need to have hang in there, and that's going to get stamped in fresh freesia. If you wanted, you could take your photopolymer stamp and finagle it and give it a little bit of curve. That is like a nice thing you can do with photopolymer stamps. So let's see if we can, I know I've inked it up, I might get ink on my fingers, but let's see if we can get a little curve to it without it going right back to the way it is. Photopolymer stamps are manipulatable, if that's such the word. So when you put it in there, okay, so that's completely way too much. If you want to play with it, there wasn't much of a curve to it, just a slight curve. Let's see if that looks better. And I just don't want a sharp angle. I'm not picky at all, but I just don't want a sharp angle. I think that'll work. I don't know if you guys knew that or not, but the photopolymer are super cool that you can slightly adjust them as you want them. And this one is stamped straight, and then this one has a slight little angle to it. You have to be careful if you do set that up because it might get a tendency in a mind of its own to go right back to where it was. And then on the inside, we're going to do just a note to lift you up. That can go towards the top, right about here. Oh, that stamp's really nice. The font on that is so pretty. I like that. A little bit of cursive going on there. All right, then the other thing in the kit, if you guys like, there are balloons. We definitely did not use any of these balloons and any of the cards for designing, but they're two-step stamping where you'd stamp this one in a darker color or that one in a darker color. Whichever one you do first, it needs to be a darker color so you can see it. And then you'd follow up with another one. It fills in the parts that were not there. That's it for stamping on this card. Isn't that good? So let's do a little bit of gluing. This is my inside that can get glued. And actually we're going to do, hang on, these are my 1-inch strips. I'm actually going to glue this along the bottom. And because that piece is longer than what it needs to be, I don't want to have glue going over the edge. So we're going to do that. And we'll do this first. I am going to be picky. If I put it like this, I see purple in the middle. Oh, if I put it this way, I see purple in the middle, and I definitely want to see purple. If I want to see 2 purples, look at this. I could put my strip like that, and then I get purple on both ends, and double my purpleliciousness friends will like that. All right, so then we can take this, just trim that off. Perfect. Love it. And then you can flip this over. And the other thing is with your balloon here, tear and tape, liquid glue, whatever you want, but this gets glued onto here. So I think to make it simple, I'm gonna just use liquid glue and I'll go around my balloon and set my designer paper into it like that. And I'm good. I did it the opposite. If you look at this one, it looks like it's going this way. This one's going that way. It does not matter which way. And you can adjust it. You could have twisted it a little bit more to get less or more of a stripey. I don't like that white down there, but most of that will get covered up. So you just get a little white right there, which I like. Hi, honey. What's up, girlfriend? And then this one, she's a squeaker. Did you guys hear her? Are you going to bring me your mousey? Where's your mousey? All right, I do talk to honey. This will go right on our inside. And we have to be strategic about where we place glue now for this. I'm going to be gluing these little strips up here, and I don't want to risk glue going through the hole. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue like that on those. And then this one. Hi, Mimi. Okay, Mimi, you sent me an email yesterday morning. Is the price $40 mailed? So Gina, Mimi, just so you do know, Gina came in. I'm a little behind on the emails yet. So Gina came in after she was done doing her class, and she said that you had messaged me and you were having problems texting me. I never got your text, but I did get your email that came in yesterday morning. And the price is $40 mailed to you for the sampler. And I will definitely get you on the list for one. Donna doesn't want to wait till August. Donna, I wouldn't want to wait till August either. So, all right, so I got that glued on the inside. I've got my glue ready to go here. And this will now have the same margin of purple on the sides and the top. And then I didn't get glue in the middle here. And that one can go here. Like that. All right, getting there. Then this piece is going to get popped up with dimensionals. I'm going to put them exactly where I want them, and I'm not going to worry about going through the holes at this moment. I will worry about that in a moment. All right. Pick off all the backs. Angelique talks to her cats too. Yes. And they do talk back. Then this is going to go, I'm going to try to center it top to bottom and then make sure I'm flush on the left and the right. I'll start with being flush on the left first. Make sure I drop it down straight. And then, because I got my glass mat, it's not going to stick to any paper. And if you are over here, yes, Kathleen Ketterman, you sure did send me an email. You guys... You don't know it, But I did say in the first video that nobody was watching except for me or listening to, that almost everybody that is messaging me now and talking to me is waiting for an answer from me. And that is exactly why I chose not to work on doing a swap card showcase with you guys today. I worked in my computer working on emails, and Kathleen, you sent me a picture. You're going to get a reply. You're going to get one tonight. I promise. Yours is tonight. It's making all the magic happen is a lot of organization, and it's amazing. I love the organization part of it. But I do realize I'm only one person. And when I'm kidding, like we were kidding and prepping and cutting yesterday and the night before, or when we're designing, emails can't get answered. I can't be in two places doing two things at once. This I have learned throughout the years. I can't do it all at once. All right. For this, we're going to use each of the colored twines. So cut off about 5 inches of each one. You don't have to measure it. All I'm doing is making sure I have enough on that end to do what I want to do. And then I'm going to grab these 3 so that they're all lined up. And I'm going to start this right about, you know what I'm going to do? I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the twine. One moment. I'm going to show you how I'm going to do this. I know I want my twine to be coming here and out here. That's what I do know. So what I'm going to do to make that happen is grab the sides of my dimensionals here. And these 2 pieces are perfect on the end here. What I can do is take my dimensional, start it up at the top here, and follow the top edge. And then what I'm going to do is grab up one from over here and have it go along the bottom edge, like this. I know I want my ribbon to come through this area. So for now, I'm going to just take off the top dimensional, leaving the bottom one intact. And now I know I can put this down where I want it, and I'm just going to lightly set it there, because I'm going to kind of figure out where my basket is going to go. So when I put my basket here, I think that's up a little high. So I can just pick this up and bring it down a hair. And now I can finagle with my basket. And I'm going to get the basket where I think I want it, and then the banner's at the right height. And it's going to stick because I have the dimensional backing off the top. Perfect. Right? Then what we can do is take those 3 tails and put them behind about where they need to be behind, which is right here. That'll come in there like that. I'm going to put this tear and tape over the top. Look at that horrible back. Doesn't that look horrible? But nobody will ever know that except for you. And what we're going to do is grab these 3. I'm going to have this one. I got the blue on the top. I'm just going to make sure that, I think I like the yellow in the middle. So let's just do a little bit of a switcherooing back here. I'm going to twist these so that when it comes out the front, it comes out with the blue on the top without having to refinagle everything. I'm just going to twist them back there. And then the yellow is in the middle, because to me that's the lightest one. And I'm going to put that up underneath here. It's going to hang out in the middle of that track area. And then now I know that's exactly where I want it. And I want to make sure my blue's on the top over here. Come on, little guy. Like that. Perfect. And then flip that over. Get your tails down. Designer down. Not designer down. The tear and tape down. And then this can go right onto your card front. Just like, oh, that doesn't need glue. Oops, that's okay. This will go right onto our card front. Lemon Lolly and Fresh Freesia. Great color combination. All right, and then our basket is gonna get a little, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do the rose tip, or technique. I'm gonna put a little bit of glue on this really delicate edge die, and we're gonna let it sit for a moment in time while it gets tacky. We'll come back to it and put it down. But for now, we're gonna grab the little basket. This gets a little bit of liquid glue. And then that will get, oh, wait one moment, please. Do you remember we didn't take the backing off of our, now when we take that backing off, that's perfect. And then this is gonna sneak right here. Just get that centered. Like that. Good. And then now this had a moment to dry. And this fits right in that die cut open area. It should fit right there. If you get it in the right spot, it fits perfectly. And then, because we can, we're gonna glue the envelope. And I like to glue the actual envelope flap. Don't go too close to the edge though, because this doesn't necessarily, ooh, it does go to the edge. Sometimes if your DSP is not all the way down to the edge, you're gonna have to cut it off. And so this is gonna get glued on like this. Very good. Grab your paper scissors. Oh, here she comes. She's coming this way. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Hi, honey. You don't want me to cut your whiskers off, do you? Nope. No, Mom, no. I need them for mousing. This is what's so cool about ink, paper, scissors is you guys have paper left over to do your envelope flap so it matches the card. And then what you also have in your goodie bag will be some of the gems. And there are a rainbow. Taste the rainbow. We can put orange on here. Orange, you're glad we're having class tonight. And then let's put a turquoise one. Mix and match whatever colors you want. We're using these gems for the May monthly class, so I cut off all the red ones already. The red ones are pretty. They look like that. Perfect. And then Stella, whatever you want to Stella. You could definitely have Stellaed. A little detailed die cut here. You could Stella all the way over all this embossed area. Your basket could get a little bit of love. Perfect. She's playing in the sink, you guys. One card done. So pretty. So pretty. Wunderbar. Let's put this one away and grab the next one. See what we have in store for you. Oh, very nice. We'll do this one next, it looks like. Blue, 42. Check your envelopes. Let's go over here and grab from the pile. It will be this bottom one, I think. Yes, that one. And that's what we need. We've got these 3 pieces of designer paper. This is our card. And put this guy over here now. So you can burnish your edges like that. Keep it horizontal. That's what we got, a horizontal card. In here you'll have 2 white pieces. Don't mix and match them up. The top one, you can see I just pulled mine off. The top one is for your top, which is where your designer paper will go on. The other one, if you put your designer paper over it, it's going to completely cover it up. It's too, this is too small. So this bottom white one was your mat for your inside. And then you should have a white die cut for the balloon, a banner for the sentiment, a flirty flamingo basket, and then a fresh freesia balloon. And what we can do for this right off the bat is go ahead and put a little bit of liquid glue on here. And we're going to set it off to the side and let it marinate while we keep working away. We could also, for good, you can get this glued on here. That goes right onto the bigger white mat. It really makes the white pop and the clouds pop, having this white background on here in the middle of that. And then, as long as I can, let's go ahead and keep our glue going. Now with this one, there's a little bit there that doesn't get glue, so we don't want to glue all the way to the edge. Something like that should work. You could do the stripes, or, oh, good question. We're going to do balloons or stripes? Let's do the balloons. You see the majority of them anyways. And don't worry if the piece is a little too short. We're just going to nip that off with our scissors anyways. You flip this over, grab your paper scissors. That is nice because it's nice and straight. We're going to round the corner here. Come this way. Around that corner and flip it this way. continue the rounding, and now just trim that little bit of envelope flap off, which is fine because you still have plenty of glue right there. So this will be super cool because we have that matchy-matchy. This one uses Flirty Flamingo ink. I guess I have Calypso Coral here, so let's grab Flirty Flamingo. And we're gonna do the up, up, and away. Hooray, it's your day, which is already right out on a block. That I am not gonna try to bend the banner. I will be honest with you. It's gonna not bend the banner, but bend the stamps. You could try to curve this one down. I think it's too much work. I'm just gonna go straight for the stamping and keep it straight. Perfect. And then for the sentiment on this one, we grabbed happy birthday, and that happy birthday came from the beach day. So we'll grab that, stamp that. What do I have for my little strip here? I'm gonna put this along the side for decoration, and then I'm gonna make sure I stamp my happy birthday. Use this as a guide, and then stamp my happy birthday centered based off of that. If you end up with a bottom strip, you could center it better on your paper. Two things. That's what we got stamping for you there. There's my glue scissors. So we can get a little bit glue happy on this one. We'll do the little strip first. Put that along the side. You could have done the right or the left side, whatever you want. I'm going to do it so that I got a little bit of purple showing there. And then I'm going to cut this off. We've got the pink close to the edge, so that's good. Then this can get a little bit of liquid glue, and so can that one. What we'll do is glue, glue. Set that there. This can go on our ooh, that one we need ribbon before we can get that glue happy. This one will go right in the middle here. And then this one will go here. So I did realize we have class tomorrow night. Kelly is actually doing class tomorrow night. We have the paper pumpkin class, the Delicate Wings paper pumpkin class. And I didn't send the email about it until today. I just caught it while I was working in emails. And I do have a few kits left. It looks like I might have 2 or 3 left in case anybody's still looking for the pumpkins. There, that was perfect. It made it so it wasn't all, didn't squish all the way around. Very, very good. Then we are going to take some more of the ribbon. So grab the ribbon, and I'm not going to even measure it. I just know I need longer than what my card is. And we used all 3 of the colors for the 6-inch piece. Like that. Make sure you grab your tear-in tape. I'll put 2 of them waiting over here, 3 actually, and then I'm gonna kind of guess where to put this, which I believe will be right there and there. We might just do the same thing with the banner, because I know I want the ribbon to come out where the tails are. So we're gonna cut this all the way down, get a little strip, and then we can curve this. What's nice about the dimensionals is you can curve them. So we'll go across the top here, and then we can curve it to follow the banner. And we'll do this one. Like that. Same concept as the last card. Just take off the top one, and now you can figure out where the banner is going to go. Right about here. We're going to see the banner coming out there. So that'll be good. And then the other thing we can do here, put a few dimensionals on the back of your heart balloon. And then this can get secured. It's kind of between this petal pink one and the green one. Something like that. Just make sure it's straight. And then your basket, you could just take a mini glue dot and put the dimensional behind it. And now just set that up in there in the right spot. You don't even have to worry about attaching the basket tails to it because they're tucked up behind there. I think that's enough. And then we can take the backing off of the tearing tape, grab your 3 ends of the ribbon, and it's going to be coming out that banner right there. And doesn't matter really what order, because we're going to twist this actually. So secure that behind there like that, and then now you can take and like twirl your hair, twist these, and it can slide up underneath your banner. Perfect. And then it'll come out the banner here like that. That twisting is super cool. It gives it a different look when you twist it like that. You could have kept them all straight, but I think the twisting is super cool. And then what you want to remember to do is take off that dimensional back, and now you can put that flat, and we can put the tearing tape back here, pick off your backs, and we'll liquid glue this to the front of our card like that. It would look awesome too having another mat behind the white, having another flirty flamingo, but every mat you put on here, your designer paper will need to get shrunk. Then for our little tails, grab the coral one again and cut about 4 inches or 5 inches, and then another one, and then use the lemon lolly. You're gonna do another one about 4 or 5 inches. You're gonna take both of these. Oh, I should have prepped this ahead, but I didn't. This is going to get slid underneath here, and this one as well. Just kind of lift it up if you can. You're going to slide. So these are underneath, staged and ready to go. And the longer you make them, the easier it is on yourself. I made that one super short, so it's going to be a little bit harder to finagle, but grab your 2 ends, and you're going to make an overhand knot with them. Just one simple knot, and bring it in close and just pull it super tight. You don't have to worry about it falling off, I don't think. And grab that one and make a knot. If you want to make a double knot, you could, but just get it wedged in there so it's right, looking like it's tied right where those banners, the tails of the paper banner are. It just adds a little bit of depth to it. If you want, I think I might have double knotted it, but the tighter you go, the more you're not going to have to do a double knot. And then trim your tails to the length that you like them. Like that. Nice. Then nice. Now this one, I see that I used those little red ones here. The red ones, but for me, I think I'll be okay that I can pick some of these. The dark blue would be pretty cool as well. So do a blue, and another blue over here. And because you have a whole pack of the gems, you could add more to them if you wanted to, more to the card. You could put a gem right in the middle there, however you guys want to see it. It might be cute to put 2 little ones right there. There's some orange in the card. Aren't you glad we're here tonight? My orange joke. I don't have a lot of jokes. I'm not a person that remembers jokes, but I do like the orange joke. There it is. There are 2 little gems that are on the side of the banner, which added a little bit to it. And look at that matching envelope. Super awesomeness. Love it. You could grab your Stella pen. Stella up this balloon right here. So the designer series paper is the showcase for this card, the background. It makes it look like there's a whole bunch of hot air balloons flying through the sky. Definitely on my bucket list. I don't know if you guys have ever done a hot air balloon ride, but I've never done one. I would love to. Someday I will definitely ride in a hot air balloon. Cool, cool, cool. There we go. We've got 2 done. And we're going to keep cruising at a high altitude. Grab the next kit. Which one is it? Oh man, that's a good one. All right, we're going to go to the Bubbleliciousness. Expialidocious. All right, let's grab the pile of all of our pieces here. This is the next one. And grab our envelope flap. Let's take care of the envelope right away. We're not going to put any glue all the way close to the edge there. Get that glued on, and we stuck with, I like the yellow better. So let's put the yellow side up. We'll give that a moment to dry. And let's put these guys there. Pull out your pieces. You should have a little skinny, thanks, Judy. Oh, Nancy says she's done and crashed. Laura said, I really love this one, simple but adorable. I love it. I'm glad you like it. This is a little sentiment strip. And you should have your 3 balloonies in here. Well, hang tight. We'll work on those in a moment. Now, they are freesia. The rest of the card is bubble bath, but they'll stand out a little bit better because of that. You have a mat here for your lemon lolly designer paper. Perfect. And then on your inside, you're going to have a white and a yellow, and then your bubble bath. And I want to make sure that my bubble bath mats meet up here nicely. I'll hold them while I burnish my edges. Ooh, you guys, we get to braid. We get to braid this. I loved that about this. It's so cool braiding that. It just made me happy. I used to make friendship bracelets when I was a little kid. And I braided a lot of that thread, that whatever that special thread is for the friendship bracelets. All right, we can glue. I think personally, I don't want it this high. I would like this just a hair lower or shorter or less tall. I'm gonna take my trimmers and trim off a little. I want that yellow to be the same on both sides. I'm gonna see if that did the trick or if it was close enough. There was just too much yellow on the bottom for the moment. And come on, get out of here. There it is. It's a little bit shorter. I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I had a rabbit in a hat, I would call her. Do you guys remember that song? I don't know if many people will. All right, so these are gonna all get glued down. That goes onto the, whoa. One moment. I'm gonna go for this and glue it. I normally would say let's get our stamping done first, but I've got the glue open and I'm glue happy right now. So this yellowy goes onto the mat, like so. This one is going to get glued to the bottom. Ooh, it's a little bit long. That's okay. I did get glue. Oh man, got glue hanging over the edge of glory there. We can take our scissors. Let's just cut it off. It's got sticky. That's okay. Then these will go now. Do I line them up or not? Let's see here. One moment, please. And Laura doesn't know the song. I don't remember who sings it either. Listen to it in high school, though. This goes over here. So this is called a gatefold. Opens like that. And then when we put this piece down, I'm going to pop it up with dimensionals. I want to make sure I don't go over too much, though. Meaning that I'm going to put a dimensional line right there. And I'm going to put a dimensional line across the top. Like that. And then we're going to put 2 more here and here. I know it seems excessive, but that's what I like to do for something like this. And then I am going as high as I need to, and I'm going as low as I can go without going over the edge. Ah, Angelique remembers it. Yay. I wish I were an Oscar Mayer. Ah, I wish I was an Oscar Mayer wiener. I know that song. I do. This goes right under our card front. I'm trying to center it left to right, top to bottom. And then that'll open like yay. Cool, cool, cool. Then let's stamp. Let's dance. Put on my blue suede shoes and dance. No, it's not really. We're gonna cut this off. I think it's David Bowie is the song I'm thinking of. Let's dance. And then I turned it into Elvis with blue suede shoes. There we go. We're just gonna round that corner a little bit. There's our envelope flap. Definitely like it like that. And then on the inside, it says best birthday wishes. Oh, very cool. We can do up, up, and away. Hooray, it's your birthday. Which can be in Frisia, but we just used it with Flirty. Let's clean or good. And grab Frisia ink. It is photopolymer, that's why I was okay gluing my little strip on here. Go right about there. And then grab the little white inky off of there. And we're gonna glue this to our inside. I wish I was a little bit taller. Wish I was a baller. Wish I had a rabbit in a hat with a bat. And that's how the rest of it goes. I don't know if I ever knew that. So Jamie, that is right, a 54 Impala. Okay, I never knew, and I wish, and a 54 Impala. I don't know if I ever knew the rest of the words because I always would make them up. Mimi, I gave my husband a hot air balloon ride for his 40th birthday many years ago. He still says it's one of the best gifts he ever received. I love that. Oh man, that sounds exciting. It's a memory. You'll never, like, I feel like the hot air balloon would be a ride, a memory that you'll never, ever forget. Then this will go on our inside. Like that, a little bit like this, and a little bit like that. Perfect. I did realize that there was a little dot of the paper that got into the mix of the paper. If I would have folded it the opposite way, that little dot would be covered up, but it's okay. It's a little a beauty mark is what's on my page here. All right, we're to the balloons. Hey, look at that, so cool. Now, our balloons. There are 3 of them. Hi, Barbara Gabi. We want to fold them in half. And I think the easiest way to, you could score it, but I think that might be hard. I think what I'm going to do is take my thumbnails, if you have thumbnails, and pinch it in half, right? And then I think what I'm going to do is find the center here and pinch it. And then I'm going to work my way down till it's folded in half. Then after it's so folded, take your bone folder and burnish it. Okay? And repeat 2 more times. And then we're going to go from that angle, kind of get that crease started, making sure I line my Humpty Humps up here and burnish. Especially if you crash in a different province. Oh, and Cheryl said she had a hot air balloon land in your backyard. Wow. Was that unplanned? All right, I'm taking this end, and then I'm going to work my way to the middle, fold it. Again, we are using an embossing folder that just retired. This happened to us the other day. It's going to happen to us next month. It is out of our control with the online exclusives. We have no idea when they're going to go away or not. And we talked about this a little bit on Monday. We talked about it last week. I'm out of the mindset now that if a card gets designed and the product is retired after we go into the class, it's okay. And we might even strategically use things that are retired if it really complements the card really nicely. And it gives you guys an idea of how to use the products that you get as well. So this best birthday wishes came from the set Stippled Roses. Oh, good luck stamping that one. Oh, it's hard because it's the red rubber. And my stamp, for some reason, I just didn't have the best of luck stamping it. But we're going to practice. Cheryl said it was. Oh, I love it. So we're going to practice. We're going to see what happens. I'm going to try. Crossing the fingers. So there is something with this exact stamp. My stamp, I must have put my sticker on, and it pulls the wishes like that. It pulls them down. And it's okay. And you guys might not even see it. But the best birthday's good, and it pulls my wishes down. And it's all right. So I tried to push my wishes back up, and we're going to see if it is any better. And if it isn't, I'll just pick whichever side is better. And maybe it's meant to be that way. I don't know. It just bothers me that it goes straight and then kind of curls a little bit. So it definitely could have been how I put the sticker on, but it is what it is. And we're going to grab the scissors and banner my ends here. Not banner, we're going to slant them. I guess we'll say slant the ends here. And then we will prep these with the little dimensionals. I'm gonna put 4 on, 2 on the ends, like 1 on each end. And then we'll do about 1/4 of the way and 1/4 of the way, which leaves a little room for our little braided linen thread, baker's twine. So this is staged, ready to go. Now we can work with the balloons a little bit. These, all this is gluing these 3 together. You connect them together so that you have the flap on the ends are open, and then this side is glued to this side, and this side is glued to this side. That's really what it is. Grab a little liquid glue, boom, and grab a little liquid glue, boom. You could use tear and tape too if you wanted. And the open side on the left goes to the glued side on the right. I did make sure my embossing all was consistent. So bumps up, bumps up, bumps up, bumps up, and then open right side goes to the glued right side, left side, bumps up. You don't want to have like embossing and debossing and like raised up and inverted. Judy Immel doesn't see it. I don't see it. Hot air balloon ride. Aw, go for it. Faye says go for a hot air balloon. I don't know, Judy, what, Judy, is it because your eyes are healing yet? There. So now we've got 2 open sides. This will eventually get glued to the front of our card, but we get to do the braiding. Oh man, I don't know. That's enough. That should probably work. I have this much left on my roll. I'm going for it. And I will cut that much for this. It might be longer than what I need. I guess I will take that chance. And then grabbing, oh man, I use the non-ribbon scissors for cutting. Let's grab the ribbon scissors. First thing we need to do, grab your ends. I want to make sure they're all the same length, and I'm going to make a knot. And I'm going to take a big swoop here, get my tail under there. And then I'm just going to bring this all the way, the knot all the way, bring it back to the front here. So you've got a little baby tail now. This little baby tail is eventually going to get glued behind here so that you have the knot there. But my trick, I have a clipboard. This is what I learned to do. Grab a clipboard. I did pull one out, but it didn't make it all the way over here. I did set it by my computer. The clipboard works great for this. You can stick your tail there. And I don't know, have you guys ever braided anything before? Do you know how to braid? I've never, a couple other times we've done braiding on cards. You gotta definitely use both hands. If you don't want to braid it, you don't have to either. You could have your 3 and just twist them and knot it and have it being twisted. You could always use the same color, whatever you want. For braiding, let's see. I grab it with one hand, I grab one with the other hand, and I use my naughty fingers to grab, because they're longest, I guess. Grab the blue with your naughty finger, and then I grab the blue with my naughty finger. And then I keep alternating my naughty fingers, grabbing the ribbon, or twine, baker's twine, naughty finger. So grabbing with my left, grabbing with my right, grabbing with my left, and then I'm holding with my thumb and my pointer finger, and then grabbing with the thumb, because this is really hard to explain. Grab with the naughty finger, grab with the naughty finger, but while I'm grabbing with my naughty finger, my opposite is still holding, my pointer and my thumb are still holding it until I grab it. And I'm weaving back and forth, braiding. So if you don't know how to braid, I got really good at this. I sold friendship bracelets in 4th grade to my friends for $0.25. I would make friendship bracelets. And that's what I did, 4th grade. All right, that's how you braid. If you don't know how to braid, you could always watch a YouTube video on how to braid. But you don't want to do too much. Grab the end here. I think we don't even need as much as I just did. The knot's there, and it's to right about here. You don't want it to hang too far low. So once you have it braided as far as you want, I've got too much, so I'm going to back it up, but I'm not going to worry about the backing up until I have my knot tied. That was the perfect amount, because now I can take this, swing it around. I'm making my overhand knot, bring those tails or the loose tails through it, And now we're gonna make sure we have it the length we want it, which is something like, so there's my tails lined up. Maybe right there. It is, I'll get my ruler, my handy dandy ruler, and tell you, I don't know if I told you, it's about 3 inches of braiding action. Cool. So let's get this out of here. And when you tie the knot, get it, tie the knot, this will potentially unravel or it can stay there, whatever. Figure it out as we go. Then back here I would take, I think let's take Terran tape and put it across like that, the shorter piece. Any part that is hanging over, just roll it right back and then grab the end of here so that the tails are there and the knot does not fit really good behind the balloon. So have that, and then we're gonna take another piece of Terran tape. Linda Hunt says I'm funny. I try to be funny, you guys. I try to make you laugh, right? Laughter, I saw a Facebook post or something that said, laughter, making people laugh is something about a true form. I don't remember. I'll have to find it and share it with you guys. It was Barnum Noble. B.T. Barnum said something about making people laugh is nice to make people laugh. It's good to make people laugh, right? Not enough laughter in this world. All right, so we have Terran tape down there, and now what I'm gonna do is put a little bit of glue across my back of my balloonies and secure that onto my Designer Series paper on the top, centered left to right, not top to bottom though. I want it towards the top more. And go as high or as low as you want with it. Go right about there. And now we've got the, there it is, sentiment strip, properly adhesive, ready to go. Pick those backs off. And there goes something like this. Go right there maybe, trying to keep it straight. And that will be, oh, I want it lower actually, right about here. So with dimensionals, you've got a little bit of wiggle room until you press it down. So that can be floating, and then now you can trim your tails right there. And then that braid might come undone down there, which is great. And now you've got a little wiggly tail of your balloon. Very cute, I love it. Purplicious, expialidocious. I've got some Fleur de Flamingo. I'm gonna do a big and a small next to each other here. And then grab whichever one you want. I put a small one there, but you could put a big one there. Whatever you want to see. I actually think I'd prefer a small one. So you can pick that off, put a small one. And we're going to move it right there. Haha, she means naughty. Was confused for a moment, not knowing what finger. Ha ha ha! You see, it was my naughty finger, so I'm not giving you guys the bird, but my naughty, like as in N-A-U-G-H-T-Y. So that opens that way, and that opens that way. And what you could do for the Stella Ella Ella is put it all over your purplicious, fresh freesia balloons. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. I love it. So the card lays flat when you put it in the envelope, right? When you put it in like this, it's always easier to put the cards in backwards because then they slide in really nice. If you put it in this way, you have to finagle and be really good with it to get it in there so it doesn't catch. But what's awesome is this is not, to me, this card is not gonna be extra postage because when you put that balloon flat, it should go really flat and then that will pop up like this and it's so cute. I love it. The naughty, you didn't know what my naughty finger was. Ha ha ha. Yep, my N-A-U-G-H-T-Y. My bird finger. All right, that's what, I just love this little braid. I love braiding and putting on cards. Fun. All right, and then you have your matchy-matchy envelope. Life is good. So good, so good. We have una más to go, por favor. Let's grab our bits and pieces for the last one. So there's the card kit. This is what we're gonna do next. We have our designer paper ready to go. We have a card for ink, paper, scissors there. And this is my sample. I don't know if I had plastic for that. No, I guess I didn't. All right, let's see what we have. check the envelope, leave it to the side here because we're gonna glue. Okay, you have a card inside of a card. When you pull out your bits and parts, you have a pool party inside that you can burnish, which is actually gonna open the other way. So you wanna make sure your fold stays on the right. I shouldn't say that. Make sure you switch it so your fold is on the right. Staying on the right wasn't the right, right, it wasn't staying. It needed to get flipped to the right. And then burnish your petal pink. And ultimately, this will go in here, that. So Mary Lemke, you made me a blanket in the shape of a card that was like this. Super cool. Okay, then for this, we need to cut. And when you open this up, we used, oh, I suppose if I didn't cut through that, if you guys don't cut through that one, you could somehow sneak this one over the top. I guess if you could give the illusion that this is a balloon behind the balloons, but I just went, oops. Oh well, I'm going for what I'm going for, and I wasn't thinking about the other. I was going for easy button, straight up. Let me talk about, is it really going to be you and me together? Oh, that's Paula Abdul. Do you remember that one from the 80s? Straight up now, tell me, is it going to be you and me together? Oh, or is it a hit and run? Right? I think that's the song. Straight up. Now this cutting is not so hard. A lot of straight or curves to it, not a lot of ins and outs. Go straight around. Perfect. And then I do want this little bit out of here. I'm not going to attempt to go in between the baskets. Leaving it like that is good. So those two are done. And then we grabbed over here the yellow and the purple-licious one. Oh man, Mimi. Mimi just said that she didn't want this set, but now she does. Oh darn. Mimi, when people tell me that, or people tell us that when we're in class, the general saying is, well, now our work here is done. That is just a part of what happens when you watch people work with a set. You didn't think you wanted it, and then all of a sudden you see it used, and then it's like, oh man, now I want this. And I believe that none of this is carrying over, except for the gems and the twine. I don't think this designer paper is carrying over. The birthday balloon paper from the annual catalog is carrying over. That I do know. But I don't believe this one is. And I don't believe the set. I don't know. Somebody tell me. I don't have it memorized. I'll be honest. I don't have things memorized yet. I've been busy designing and kidding and didn't take time to look through the catalog 20 times. It takes me at least 5 to 10 times looking through. I'm singing Walk the Line like an Egyptian. Like an Egyptian. Exactly. That one's good. I like that song too. You could put more balloons on if you want, but we left it at that. This could get utilized somewhere else in life as well. And let's put that on our designer series paper pile over yonder here. Okay. We have a recipe card. Well, that's what the inside. Oh, happy birthday. Good, good. All right. The smaller white is for your inside. The bigger white is for your outside. And we did cut, I'm thin. I have the balloon, I think. Ha, love the bangles. Yeah, the bangles. Walk like an Egyptian. Da, 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 da. Yep. We did die cut the 2 banners and the white heart out of this to maximize paper utilization. And then your balloonies or your cloudies will go over the top of this one. We don't want to put it quite down quite yet. Dreaming of Mexico, maybe? Yes, Terry Costin. I think so. We're going to secure the ends of our ribbon behind here. Definitely dreaming about Mexico. Oh, so Karen Wetsign's on it. She said that the stamps and the dies and the dots are carrying over and the twine, but not the DSP. So almost everything, just not the designer paper. This is for our innard, so we'll put that over yonder here. And we have some designer paper. That is our little strip for there. And this will be for the envelope-y. This piece is for the top there. Now we can lay everything out. And then you have 2 balloons. And they are, so Mimi, because it's carrying over, that means you have more time to think about it. And Deb said the dies and the stamps are carrying over also. Perfect, girl. Thanks for answering me on that, you guys. I appreciate it. Your baskets were die cut for you. They go on your balloons. Then you have a little perennial postage die that will get stamped with the Wish Big in the pecan. Crumb cake is what we use for the basket hangy rope things. But if we stamp in crumb cake, it's not going to really show up on the petal pink. So we opted to use the pecan pie. So another one where now this one's got a little bit of the angle going on. You could take that and bring it up so that it's more straight because we're using a die that is more straight. So pecan pie is what we chose for this one. All right, so that's stamped, good to go. The inside we used Happy Birthday, and I'm pretty sure we stamped it in Pool Party, which is good. I like the Pool Party. Pool Party ink is what we also used for our background texture stamp. So we're gonna have to grab a scrap paper here, and we have the white here. So let's do that first. You're gonna have to stamp off. That's really dark. We don't want it that dark. And I feel like, oh yeah, second strength will be the ticket. So grab that, and you only see around the edges. So right about there, stamp off, go right next to it, stamp off, a little bit right there, put a little bit around the bottom there, probably all along the edge here. If you don't have wild ferns, you can use anything you want. We just wanted this white piece to have a little essence of Pool Party to make it look more sky-like. That's the only thing we did with that. Then our inside, we're gonna use Happy Birthday, but it's doity. So we gotta wash our doity stamps before we cross-contaminate the ink colors. The chamois getting dried up. I can tell it's time to rehydrate the chamois. But let's get through this class and then we'll do that. All right, so my designer paper ended up going along the bottom here. If you end up with a side strip, you might wanna make sure you center it good. Pool Party's a light color, but I think it stamps dark enough that you can actually read it. So that's good, that's what we want. We want it dark enough so we can read it. All right, it is online, but not as a, that is very true, Mimi. That is a good point. For any of the stamp sets and dies that are currently bundles where you can save 10% now, they carry over, but they don't carry over as bundles. So you lose your 10% savings if you don't get them now while they're a bundle. That is a good point. That is a very, very, very good point. All right, all right, all right. We're gonna flip or still skin these over. We'll glue on the bottom. Whoa, I just realized we can't just get glue happy on that one. We're gonna glue them top, grab the top of the mat and be strategic about that. And then the other thing is this one can get a little bit of glue like that. We got 3 things here hanging out ready for the glue action. This one can go at the bottom. And my designer paper's a little bit thinner by a hair than my white page, and we'll cross that bridge in a moment. This, make sure your clouds are up, and that gets centered on the white bigger mat, the larger. The other one was the innard. This is the outered. And then now this white mat is the same margin on the right as it is the top, more or less. That's what I would say. And I did, apparently I cut out the same section as this piece, and it's hovering right below these 2 white clouds, and got about the same margin there and over here. I think I'm good with that. All right, perfecto changeo. Then what we can also glue, this piece, oh, not yet. I just said that I'm off by a hair, and a hair can get trimmed off with a little trimmer. And to the naked eye, you might not see it, but if you know me a little bit a lot, I'm a little picky. And I am not going to deny that. So my hair got cut off when I'm trimming it. I can trim that off. Then this can get glue, and then the back of this. So either way, they're interchangeable now. The front and the back, they're the same. So for now, though, we can glue this, and this. Lots of gluing. So first things first, this with the fold on the right can go inside our card. I love this. It's a great way to show off more stuff. Like designer paper, an extra sentiment, whatever it is you want. The polka dotty white pool party piece goes in here like that. And then flip it open, and that's where our innard can go, or our inside. Like that. Okay, very good. So, this to this to that. Very nice. You could put something else over here too. You have extra designer series paper. You could totally bedazzle it out with designer paper. Put one here, put one there, put one everywhere. And then this, we're gonna flip that over, and we're gonna do the twisty rope syndrome. Again, twisty rope technique, I guess. And it's gonna go near the bottom, like that. You can pick those. Oh, let's grab our ribbon first, or our twine. So cut off what you need. That. And then this one has, as long as I've got it in my hand, I'm gonna cut enough for my overhand knot. Same with the yellow, about 6 inches, and enough for an overhand knot. Be nice to yourself. You have a whole roll to work with. Don't be stingy and make yourself get on that struggle bus. You can tell we have a little bit of yellow left over. So blue 42, brand new. I found the end really quick. That was nice. Enough for an overhand knot. And that's what we should be needing with ribbon. Put these guys back in here. Now we can pick the ends, or the waxy tape off, the waxy part of the tape. Grab, so they're all lined up nice. And same concept with this one. You could run, to make it easy, if you don't want to guess where your ribbon's gonna go, grab your glue. Let's grab the end of this guy right here. Cut a straight line from the edge. I love the edge of the dimensionals for this exact reason, to create tracks or channels. And you can cut this. I think it's gonna be a little bit long, so this can go on the top. I'll leave that like that. This can go on the bottom. And now grab off the waxy paper from the top, leaving the bottom on, and now you can eyeball where this is gonna go. And I'm gonna just set this here for right now, because I realized I don't have my hot air balloons on yet. Oh, hang on. Let's do our hot air balloons and get everything kind of assessed right on our card. So we're gonna put your few dimensionals on the back of that one. Whoa, 1, 2, 3 is good for this one. And then we'll worry about the baskety part in a moment in time. All right, so one moment on those. This hangs off the right edge of the white a little bit, like that. And this one overlaps it slightly here. So that's good. I think that we're good with this basket's gonna hang out right here. I think we're good with the spacing of everything. That's what I was trying to figure out first. All right, now let's continue along this path. The ribbon is going to come through the middle of the postage stamp. Now that we have this, you could lift this up and slide the ribbon underneath, and it's gonna go right through the middle where that track is. And I have blue, red, yellow. I'm good with that. It's coral, and we got petal pink, but it's okay. We don't have petal pink ribbon. I can live with it. I'm okay with it. I hope you guys don't mind mixing in some pinks in here. And the pool party doesn't really match the blue either. But what's happening is the designer paper is pool party. That's what we had left to work with. I'm trying to get these to be the right way now. All right. I've got them coming in this way and I want them coming out that way. So finagle that slightly, like that. Perfect. I'm gonna hold that there. There are my tails. Very good. So I did twist them. Well, here's the call. Do you like them straight like that? Or do you like them twisted? Well, I just decided I want them twisted. So we can still twist them by lifting it up and twisting. Perfect. Okay, and then you're gonna catch that tear and tape in the back, like this. And we need to make that tear and tape sandwich. Gosh, that's the longest that the tear and tape has hung out on my wrist for a little while. All right, so that can get picked off. And you guys are making me work for this. I got warm. Hang on. Got a long sleeve and a long sleeve on. If you want to, you can always take off your tails there so they're not hanging out back there. Then we're gonna grab some liquid glue. Put that there. Make sure your front stays the right way. Okay, very good. And that can go right onto the front of the card. Like that. All right, so far so good. These 3 strings, I forgot about them until I saw them. Line them up. They go underneath over on this side. So all 3 of them at the same time and make an overhand knot. And make sure they get through the hole good and get all 3 of them. That's why I made it a little longer so I was nice to myself. And you're gonna make an overhand knot right there. Oh, one moment. Let's grab this waxy paper off and secure this. Now that'll sandwich that good. And then you can tighten this right to the left of the label and trim your tails however long you want them. I always wait to trim my tails until they're the whatever ribbon's on the card. Like that is good. These guys, I should have done the rose technique, but I failed to do that. And had the glue waiting and the wings are waiting on the back here. All right, so that's what we need to do here. Well, we still have time, we can do this. I put the glue along the top here because all of that hits the paper. Across the top. They're hanging out loose down here. So I did put a little bit of glue along the outside here. All right, so let's let that moment sit for a moment and marinate. The glue on the paper. I hold my fingers here so that I can stay steady. All right. A little bit on that side. A little bit over here. There, there. And so we're gonna let that sit for a moment while we work on the inside. This is flat. You could pop this up if you wanted. Yes, Kathleen Ketterman, this paper is still available. That is very true. I think what we were saying is it's not available in the new annual catalog. It's not carrying over. So if anybody still wants to get their hands on this designer paper, you still have time. It is available, definitely. Definitely is available. And so Mimi, you have a choice to make. Are you gonna go buy the designer paper? All right, let's open this up. This bigger one with 3 balloons is in the background. About right here, like that. And then this one, you could pop it up if you wanted to. Just adds a little bit of height to the card. And this is over the top of it. Say something like that. So when you open up the card, it's super cool. You open it up and then it's like, oh, there's more hot air balloons flying through the sky. We use this pool party piece here to make it look like sky in the background. All right, let's grab these and go with them. And they go onto the front here of these balloons, like right about there, I guess you could say. Let's get that on here. Let's go up there. There. And the last one, he fits a little bit better. We're gonna put it right there. So this polka dot embossing folder was part of the 3D Basics, which is no longer available. but they added a little bit of dimension to the balloons, which looked cool. Oh, Nancy just, she added 4 packs to her cart. Good job, girlfriend. Good job. It's pretty paper. You saw in the beginning, I didn't even really flip through them very much, but the paper itself is really awesome. I have a hard time working with 6x6 paper. That's why we generally save the paper is really cute. It'd be really good for baby cards. Very soft and subtle. We generally will always use 6x6 papers, the 6x6 papers for ink paper scissors, if you guys haven't guessed that yet. Just because it's easier to work with, because you guys get the whole, like you get the 6x6 and you get every pattern. Where when we do the monthly class or the Let's Just Stamp or the Sweet class, we generally, that's when we use the 12x12 paper because we can, it's easier for cutting it out for classes. All right, let's look at our gemsies here. We have Pool Party. We got a big, a small. I always just put them like that. Hi! Hi! Where's your mousey? Where's your mousey, girlfriend? You gonna get your mousey? I'll throw it to you if you go get it. So Petal Pink and Pool Party, and then another Petal Pink in the cloud. Hi! Yeah? I don't have it here, girlfriend. But you were pulling your bigger brother moves. The bigger Tigger could not stay off the camera on Monday, and now you have an obsession with it, girl. All right, you could Stella your balloonies here. Girlfriend, go get your mousey. I'll throw it if you go get your mousey. Yep, you're coming back this way. Ooh, ooh, ooh. S and the P want to get with me. That is a song from like 1987 too. Salt and Pepper, ha ha ha. You guys, we had a blast from the past with all our 80s musics tonight. All right, so good there. Leave that, see if Kelly wants to use that tomorrow night. We got our ribbon scissors can go back. We got the caddy. So you guys, I do put all my tools in my caddy like this. I don't share this all the time, but I have somebody that makes these. If anybody's interested in my Be Creative caddies, just reach out to me. I also didn't use it tonight, but always have bow makers available too for those people that need their assistance making bows. I wouldn't make bows without my bow maker. Definitely agree with that. All right, this guy is, which one was the one I just made? Must be this one. All right, because the inside's not glued in. That can go over here, and we can finish off our envelope, and I will lay out all the cards so you can tell me which one is your favorite. There's that, and here's that one, and oh, there's my recipe card. That's what I was looking for. That's always my sign. Here's your sign. There's this. We'll put this that way. Shoop, shoop, bay doop, shoop, bay doop, bay doop, bay doop. Oh yes, in 8th grade we had to do a skit, or I should say we had to do skits to music in 8th grade, and one of the groups picked that, and they had to do a whole dance to it. You can dance if you wanna, but leave your friends behind, because if your friends don't dance, then they're no friends of mine, right? Devo. Guys, I'm full of all the music tonight. Wow. All right, let's trim our envelope flap just like so. Oop, I'm catching my envelope. I can I can feel it shortening on me. Oh, that's all right though. All right, very good. I had so much fun decorating the envelopes tonight. I don't always do that in class, but for ink, paper, scissors, if we can get it in here, it's so fun. I love getting cards in the mail where the envelope flap matches. There it is. There it is. We got them done. Judy says they are all. Ha ha, here's your sign. You guys know that one. Jeff Foxworthy. All right, here's your sign. I think that's Jeff Foxworthy. My dad would know. All right, cheerful cards, you love them. Donna says she loves them. Linda says she loves the caddy. Great, great, great. But you don't, I don't ship to Canada, Nancy. We talked about this. If you know somebody in the States where I could send it to that person, for my business, I have to make a strategic decision not to ship internationally because I do not want to deal with the customs side of things. I am a licensed customs broker. I'll be honest, that's what I did in a former life. But I don't want to deal with all that red tape. I just shipped cards to Rose Coleman just to ship her cards with it was like $18 that it was to ship a package. And that was just a lot of work to do all the customs declaration. Oh, there's Bigger Tigger. Hi, buddy. You just had to say hi to everybody. You guys like them all. Good, good, good. It's a lot of work to do international shipping, and I have so much going on with me here in the States that I couldn't even start to even fathom to think about doing international shipments. It's not good. That would be not good for me, my health. Oh, so we're gonna clean these up. We're gonna do a door prize drawing for somebody to win a prize. And we got one more stamp to clean here. Linda said she loves the purple with the stripes. Good, very good. I like that one too. Well, these are stripes too, and those are stripes too. Those are straight and those are diagonal. So I'm guessing, well, I don't know which one I would guess you would thinking that you like, because they're both really pretty. They're both with lemon lolly and purple. All right. Let's put that away. Put the pecan away. And grab my yellow Purplicious book, which I'll be working in all night long. I can see it. It's in my future. All right. Let's go to ink, paper, scissors for April. It's right here. I'm going to put 66 in because I know that last set is sold. Either Carmen has it or somebody else has it, but we'll see once who gets the prize. And we're going to do 2 prizes tonight. Random number generator. Let's put 66 in here. All right. I'm going to hit the word generate, and it's going to pop up with a number. 35. 35 is Miss Feline Mays from Oregon. Yay, Feline. It's your birthday. We're going to party like it's your birthday. And number 30 is also going to party. 30 is Donna Grushki. Yay, Donna. It's your party. Your birthday party. No, it's your birthday. It's not your birthday. I know that. It's just another song, you guys. So we have Feline Mays and Donna Grushki. I will save some prizes for you. All right. How the prizes work is we have May shipments going out around May 15th. We are kidding up. When I get back on May the 4th. Be with you. I get back then, and we're planning to kit up 2 more classes on Tuesday the 7th, and then we're going to kit up 2 more classes on the 14th. And then we are going to have a big shipping day on the 15th, and everything should be shipped out for May by the 16th, unless the in color, there's some gems that are out of stock at the moment. So some of the people, if there's something that I'm waiting on, it'll wait for a moment. But what I'm getting at is we've had door prize winners. Oh, you guys saw Tigger was back there. We've had some door prize winners over the last couple weeks, and I have it all logged. I have it written in my book. I have it circled. We're going to catch up a lot on the door prize winners for mailing prizes out with the May shipments. And also, I have 22 people. I think 22 people. I have a spreadsheet from Carissa. There are 22 people, maybe 15 to 22 people that have done 6 consecutive ink, paper, scissors in a row, sometime achieving that between December, January, February, March. We got all caught up on logging everything in the database. So for those people that did 6 consecutive ink, paper, scissors since December, January, we're going to get you caught up, and we'll have a gift in with your May package as well. Boom. Very awesome. Very good. So May will be a good catch-up month for all of that. Tigger wants, oh, yes, you're right. Buddy. Tigger. Tigger. Come on, chip. Chip. Come on, buddy. You can do it. Put your back into it. You can. Water's running for you. Thanks, Donna. I didn't catch that he was waiting for a drink. We'll see if he jumps up there, because he's looking at me like, Mom, you said chip. That means there's food involved, not necessarily water. I think he's more hungry than thirsty. Now he's down here in Honey's. They're looking at me like, Mom, it's dinner time. It's feeding time at the zoo is what we call it. Oh, they're a bunch of hungry hippos is what we call the cats. Oh, there they go. So there's Tigger. You were right, Donna. He was thirsty. And there he goes. You can watch bigger Tigger get a drink at the watering hole. Awesome. You guys, I think this is it for me for the week. I will be sharing my adventures with you. You are the reason that I'm going on this amazing incentive trip. I couldn't thank you guys enough for all your love and support and your help throughout this incentive trip was earned from October 1st of the last year to like September 30th of last year. So last year is when I already earned this. So it's all the love and support you guys from last year is what helped me with this trip. And I appreciate all of you so much. I'm going to be taking you on the journey with me, taking as many pictures as I can and sharing them every day or every other day. I'll be sharing pictures of what we're up to so you guys can see the beautiful scenery and see the different activities we get to do. he did come running. And so I want to share that with you because you guys helped me to get to the point to be able to go to the trip. So I'm super excited. I think I mentioned it on my video this afternoon. I'm most excited. I asked Tyler what he wants to do most, and he said he wants to go to Chichen Itza, which is the ruined temples, I guess. He wants to go there. So we've got that booked. We're going to go and do that on Saturday the 27th. And then he asked me what I want to do. And my answer to him was, I just want to go on a vacation and relax and spend time with him. I don't care what I'm doing, where I am. I just want to be on a trip with him and relaxing. Just a moment to sit back and get a little bit of sun time and just to fall asleep in the warm weather is what I'm looking forward to. And then the other thing that I'm excited about too, to see my friends, right? That's awesome to see all my stamping friends that I've made over the years. The other thing though is to find out where the next incentive trip is, because I always like working hard for something, and knowing where that incentive trip is the following year gives me like ideas and thoughts of like what I can work hard to earn it. So, oh, when are you doing your $1 million stamp? So Nancy, that's a good question. I've been talking about, because people have been asking me. I just looked at it the other day. Where I'm at for sales is about 740,000. So I'm less than $250,000 away, which seems like a lot, right? But we're growing, and they're doing lots. Like the more ink, paper, scissors, and Stamp-A-Stacks, that helps me with the product sales as well, as much as people ordering to get classes for free. And then they're done. I forgot about that. I gotta not waste the water. But I'm super excited because I hit my 600,000. I hit my 600,000 after October of last year, I believe. And then I said it wrong. I hit my 700,000 in the last year, and then I think I'm on target to hit the 800 as well in the same year. So I'm super excited for when we're in Raleigh next year, that I'll be able to walk across the stage for both of those milestones in the same event, which is awesome. I will definitely say hi to Rose. I'm going to be spending time with her. We're going to be talking to Nancy, you asked about the DSP sampler. I am sure we'll talk about the DSP sampler. And it'll be good. It'll be really good to be able to spend time with some of my gals. To get ideas, come back refreshed, ready to rock and roll. Hoochie-coo, right? Get ready to rock and roll with you guys when I get back. What else? I say when I'm thinking. You guys notice that? I realize that now. It's better to just be silent, is what my dad said, but we're working on that. It'll be good. It'll be really good to get away and get back and be refreshed and recharged for you guys. Don't know much else. Kelly will be live with you for tomorrow night, the 25th. And then for next week, I don't have a live on Thursday. So just know that the normally broadcasted scheduled time with us, there'll be nothing, but I'm going to post my showcase, and I'm going to pick a past class that I have extra kits left of and air that, or schedule a reminder that says, hey, don't forget about this class, and I have kits for it. One that I have oodles of that I did back in December, I think, is what I'm going to share. So that if anybody wants to get those kits when I get back, I'll have them available. I think that's what I'll do, is schedule some stuff for next week. And yeah, I'm looking forward to being away and being warm in the warm weather. I heard it's really warm though. I wonder if I should bring like a little fan along. A little baby personal fan is what I just thought. A thing popped in my head to do that. So, all right, guys, I'm off to go look at emails and text messages and Facebook messages and all of the good stuff. And we'll be working through them. So I bet you guys, if you've emailed me recently, you can expect something back in return in the next 12 hours per se. All right, I think that's it. Lots of sunshine, love, and big hugs to everybody. We'll catch you. Well, next time I'll probably catch you is in Mexico. Yay! Love you long time, everybody. Bye.